What is this? Hi! You're...
Yes!
I suddenly couldn't remember the name of our show.
Yeah.
Hi, you're watching the Clickherder Roundup, a quasi-weekly report on consumer-facing business on the web. I'm Joel Helbling.
And I'm Michael Helbling.
This week we are talking about another pretty face in the social networking sphere, Facebook. Also, we're going to see whether Microsoft's Surface has beauty that's more than just skin deep. And a new search player is on the scene, Mahalo.
Well, let's kick it right off.
Yes.
Facebook. It is growing, it's large, it's in charge. They're getting 100,000 new users every day, 6th most visited website on the internet, and they busted out this week with great news. They are establishing a third-party API capability so companies and organizations can put in applications right into the Facebook world.
Right, it's actually the second incarnation of what they call the platform.
The platform.
Previously it was a read-only API, but now they are actually putting in the ability to allow third parties to deliver content and even monetizable content as well, which I thought was very interesting. I think Zuckerman is really making a play to become the social networking provider, if you will.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's sort of like sometimes seems like there's a mentality out there like, oh, Facebook. I mean, it's always going to be second fiddle to MySpace. MySpace is always going to be the leader. Maybe MySpace will always be the leader. Well, let's face it. MySpace isn't coming out with a lot of innovation.
I'll tell you why I don't think that MySpace will remain the leader ultimately, and that is that they're built with a closed system. So all of their innovation has to come from in-house, and for them to deliver an API like Facebook is delivering would basically entail a huge amount of development. It would just be a prodigious amount of not only development, but hand in hand with development is disruption of service.
Right. But see, here's what I think is so groundbreaking or so game-changing about the Facebook third-party API idea, and that is or third-party application development. That is truly what Web 2.0 is all about. Social media and social content is extended all the way to the application level, right? Because now you have user-generated content, you have user-generated applications.
Right.
That's truly what Web 2.0 is all about. I think Mark Zuckerman, the CEO of Facebook, really gets that.
Well, I think he does too. And remember, he's essentially, in reaching out to these third parties, who are these people? Well, they could very well include people very like himself, college students, who happen to be good at programming and have a great idea and would love to plug it into an interface like Facebook. I think the concept is explosive, and I think that it will really bear fruit. And I think in that context, it's very interesting that Zuckerman and et al. Had the vision to turn down Yahoo's $1 billion offer recently.
Boy, I'll tell you, $1 billion from Yahoo.
You never saw somebody turn down $1 billion and get so many accolades.
I know, and all the pundits are saying they're headed for IPO and things like that.
Well, if they're not going to be bought by Yahoo, then sure.
So all around, it's really exciting to see an emerging company like this, to see something that's truly innovative, truly cutting edge, not just sort of following in on the tracks of somebody else. I think it's, Facebook is kind of redefining and setting the bar for social media right now. They're really out in the front leading. I don't care if they have as many subscribers, they're now in the front of the pack.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I just love to see those kind of developments in online media.
It's great. Speaking of innovation. Microsoft unveiled this week their new tabletop computing interface called Surface.
It just bubbled right to the top.
Yeah, it did. And I'm normally very skeptical.
Anti-Microsoft?
Well, no, not just of Microsoft, but Microsoft has a certain very clean, I think of it as Star Trek The Next Generation vision of the future.
Yes, complete with Geordi LaForge banana clips.
You name it. So when I first heard about the Surface, first took a look at it, I thought, this is very slick. It's one of those Zune-like ideas that's never really going to take off. But after taking a look at I haven't gotten my hands on a real Surface. I mean, I wish. But after taking a look at some videos online of Surface, I was actually quite impressed.
I think it's just amazing. One thing I read recently was that basically Microsoft is actually good at building out hardware in certain instances. Not like
well, they have a few.
devices,
They have a few notable successes.
the Xbox,
Sure, yeah.
That's really done well.
Xbox franchise.
I think this Surface can also be kind of a groundbreaking and game-changing utility. I mean, Apple. Basically, it's a hardware kind of appliance.
Well, simply put, it's the interactivity.
Yeah.
You drop a Bluetooth phone on it, and suddenly all the photos in the phone just like sort of spill out on the table, and then you can like send them to somebody else's phone.
Yeah.
The interaction with Bluetooth devices is a great direction. Frankly, the reason that I am so intrigued with Surface and I'm so impressed by it is because we know that Microsoft is struggling in the online market. They are really trying to gain a foothold, and it's a toe-to-toe, no-holds-barred fight with Google, no doubt. But there is another aspect to the battle for supremacy online, and that is at the point where users actually get online.
Yeah. And there you go. If you own that interface, all of a sudden Google stops being a player.
Absolutely. And the significant thing about Surface is that it's not just simply a video screen. It's an entire operating system.
Yeah, and it's
with features that no other operating
touch points.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see games developed for this, like party games, Hungry Hungry Hippos, Simon Says,
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
How much does a screen replacement cost?
Yeah, there you go. Right there. The other big thing is, you mentioned this actually earlier, which was that screen's going to have to be dang scratch resistant. You know what I mean? Because your toddler's going to come over and stick a fork right in the middle of that thing.
Yep.
And it's got to be able to withstand that kind of stuff. So that's going to be something to watch out for, read reviews of when this first comes to market. Obviously, I think the price point, I haven't seen the price point yet, but I got to believe the price point's going to be in,
a couple grand probably.
A little bit north of $1,000
at first.
But it depends on how they want it adopted. Microsoft has the money to put this out at a loss for a long time.
Well, there are rumors that they did that with the Xbox.
Yeah.
That they actually sold it at a loss because they
pretty good
wanted
market
to
penetration now with that.
Oh, quite, yeah.
Because of it.
Thanks to PlayStation 3 and its remarkable unrollout.
That's an awesome gaming system. Somebody else should buy it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that if Microsoft would eventually work their way down to a price point of $500 or $600, I think that they would probably get a lot of adoption.
I think so. Hey, we just hit the 8-minute mark.
That's right. That means it's time to move on.
It's time to say a quick aloha to Mahalo, the Jason Calacanis new project. It is wait for it. Wait for it.
How long we gotta wait? Time's a waste.
Oh crap! User edited search. Wait a second, I thought that was called Cha-Cha.
I thought it was called Wikipedia.
I think it's stupid. But anyways, you go there, you look for something. Basically, their goal is to lay out the top 25,000 searches. Those don't stay static, by the way.
No, they shift around.
Guess what is in the top right
Doesn't
now?
Doesn't Google report that maybe the 10% of all searches every given day?
20 to 25%. Are new queries that have never been entered before.
Unbelievable.
Obviously, your top 1,000 phrases are going to be mostly about Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, and
sure.
breasts.
How many people are they? How many people are Mahalo staffing in order to try to?
I don't know exactly, but Jason has said that they've got enough capital to run on it for 5 years. Plus, they've got AdSense on this site everywhere. I think it is one of the most prodigiously stupid ideas out there. And that's where I'm going to end the show.
All right. Thank you for watching. Until next week, this has been the Clickherder Report with Joel Helpling.
And I'm Michael Helpling.
Yeah, I know. Well, you should know how I feel.
I know exactly how you feel, and it felt so good.
Oh, gosh.